and here it's the afternoon, but now is when I had some free time, just came back home from work and thought I'd give it a bit of a go on this live thing. One thing that came to mind now that we're live is I've read just a short article on how AI is taking over, of course, all kinds of content everywhere, and that's no big news. But the thing that I didn't know is that a lot of people are now going on YouTube to find more human-like content, and people are, according to the article at least, looking for genuine uh, videos that they can make a connection with. They are looking for expertise or just authentic videos, creative videos, and so on, which is nice. And AI, of course, does not provide that. So that's just interesting, and thought to maybe hear what you folks think about that. It's uh, a subject that, like, it's going to be an ongoing topic, especially since AI is not going to go away tomorrow, and in fact, it's probably going to get more and more involved in our lives. So it's going to maybe affect our work and maybe even um, our other parts. I don't know where I was going with that. Sorry, I got distracted. But yeah, it's going to affect other parts of our life for sure as well. And it does have a lot of benefits. For one, for example, schools teaching can be done with the help of AI, and learning can be done with the help of AI, but it needs to be actual learning and not just getting the information you need for a grade and then forgetting that information once you don't need it. Also, if people are trying to get info, they get the info they need from AI, and then they don't, they get it within seconds, and then they don't think about it later on. Whereas when you need to actually search for something, hello there, Rain user says hi. Hello back to you. Hello in Thailand. Great to hear from you as well. Thank you for joining the chat. Hope you're having a great day in Thailand. Hopefully somewhere on the beach with some great weather. And I'm just a big fan of Thailand. It looks awesome, although I've never been there. Where are you? Asks our Rain user. I'm in Serbia at the moment. Greeley says hi as well. Hello, hello. Glad to have you all on the chat. Hope you're having a great day yourself. I'm watching from Pagadian, Philippines. I'm a public servant and lady firefighter. Wow, that's amazing. Really appreciate that that you shared. Thank you very much. It sounds awesome being a firefighter. That's um, great work. Difficult, of course, very, very difficult work. But everybody should be thanking you for your service. So that's really wonderful. Firefighters are needed everywhere, and yeah, great to meet one of them. I subbed and liked. Oh, thank you very much, Rain. Thank you for your subscription and for the like. Thank you all for subscribing, and even if you didn't subscribe, thank you for being here. Very risky job. Yeah, firefighters have one of the riskiest jobs out there, and hope you stay safe and watch out. Take care of yourself, of your health, and all that. And um, thank you for your service, even though I'm not in your country, of course. I subscribed already. Thank you very much for subbing. Um, Great to have you all folks here. And if you have any kinds of questions or topics you would like us to discuss, we can discuss them. So anything goes. Thanks for the advice. Yeah, I know a few firefighters, and I know they live difficult life sometimes because, yeah, it is stressful, it is hazardous, a lot of smoke, of course, danger and all that. So the shifts as well. So yeah, difficult to try and get enough sleep and all that. Um, what country and what is your job? Okay, so I'm in Serbia at the moment. This is the capital of Serbia, although I'm not in the center. I'm not in the like center area or downtown. This is more an outskirts of the city, so that's why there's a lot of greenery. And what is my job? Well, at the moment, I work in, let's say, like digital marketing. Although I'm not particularly satisfied with my job at the moment, but yeah, that's what I do. And I used to be a teacher, and before that, I was a fitness instructor as well, and so on. So yeah, just a few jobs behind me. And there's a siren in the background. Sorry about that. Hope it's not too loud and it should pass by because there's a road right about there. How old are you? Asks Rain, or how old am I, rather? I'm 33. Ikarit asks if I'm a teacher. I was a teacher before. That was my old job, and it was a great job. I'm a teacher as well. Says, really great, awesome. What do you teach? Do you like your job? I enjoyed my job when I was a teacher. It was really fun, and I had students of different ages. I was teaching some kids and adults as well. It was great on different levels. I think, for example, if a kid is focused in your class, it's amazing. But sometimes kids tend to be not so focused. Maybe they're forced to go to class, and then they are. It's a different than kind of game than when you're with adults. They want to learn, and you talk, of course, on different subjects and levels. So for me, it was nice. Um, Greeley says my course is education, then I transfer as firefighter. Awesome. So you can teach about fire safety then as well, which which is very important everywhere you go basically, and you then keep a lot of people safe, save a lot of lives, and awesome. That's a great thing that you're doing, and of course everybody should appreciate it. Yes, I teach anywhere. Awesome. That's that's cool. Yeah, teaching I think is a wonderful job, especially if you can earn a living out of it. For example, here teaching is quite difficult because the pay is, for example, pretty low, and so you kind of can't really have a decent life with just teaching. So people usually either do something else as well in addition to teaching. But yeah, I love teaching. So that's really awesome. Great that you can do something that you love, and it is a lot of fun and can be fun. Like working with people can be really fun, but it can be um, sometimes stressful as well. Um, So yeah, if anybody has any kind of topic or question, we can discuss that, or we can continue like this. So yeah, teaching is um, definitely a great job to have, or even for some people, they just do it sometimes from time to time, depending on what it is they teach, their expertise, and it's really good, and kind of you feel good after it as well. Whereas some jobs, you're just glad it's over. There's a train passing by. I don't know if you can see it. So sorry for the loud noise in the background. And yeah, Thailand, I was going to say, I never visited yet, at least, but I had a few friends that went, and they said it's like uh, every scene is basically like a wallpaper. It's really beautiful, and the food is great, and people are friendly. So, yeah, I would, even though I haven't been, I want to go, of course, and I think people should visit Thailand as well. So, a great country and beautiful place, really. If you like the heat, there are some people that like the cold, so I guess for them maybe more of a northern vacation for them. And how about you folks? What kind of things do you like to do? Nice meeting you. Yes, it was nice meeting you as well. Really, thank you very much for your comments and for joining and for subscribing. I hope to see you again if you're leaving. Um, and what about you? Catch up soon. God bless. Thank you very much. Hope to see you again soon and have a wonderful day. I hope you uh, well, if it's evening, hope you have a good night, but if it's still daytime, of course, hope you have a great day ahead of you. So yeah, I was just wondering what kind of things you like to do after you're done with school or work. And before this, I was just mentioning or talking about AI and how it can help us in our jobs, in our studies, in if we're studying in school, university, what have you, or in our jobs, writing anything like emails, um, or promotional material, or anything else. It can be a very helpful tool, but then again, it can be to our detriment because if we are just used to doing something a lot, like with AI, and we're not then using our brain that much, and we don't practice our creativity that way, and so on, then it can be a negative, negative thing, of course. And there's the other aspect of AI taking over maybe certain jobs and industries and whatnot. So people are afraid of losing their jobs and things like that, which is also realistic. So there's a lot of benefit, but also some downsides to consider when it comes to AI. And I was wondering, yeah, if you have any thoughts on that or any other subjects, we can of course discuss them further. Also, for any of your questions, I can go in depth or just answer them quickly, whichever way you folks prefer. Hope you're having a great day, and hope it's a nice, like, sunny day like it is here, and not rainy or cold. That kind of gets boring if it's more than one day, at least for me. Thank you all for joining. Thank you for liking the video and subscribing. That helps a lot, and it means a lot to me as well. And another thing that I just thought to mention here, because our chat has a firefighter, so some jobs that are really um, difficult to do but really help a lot of people. So firefighters, one of them, we already mentioned that. Of course, doctors, there's teachers and first responders and all that. That's all really great work, and it can be difficult, but at the end of the day, at least you feel good. You know that you did some good, and you feel good as well. So that's hats off to you folks. You already visit here in our place. I would love to visit, so I haven't been to Thailand before, but I would love to visit. I would love to go, and hopefully one vacation I'll go to Thailand. I would love to try all kinds of different food, and I would also, of course, enjoy the beaches, the nature, and would love to learn about the culture, meet some people, and it's traveling is lots of fun. I think anybody who's at least a little bit of an adventurer or extrovert loves to travel. Some people like to just be on the beach, others like to be active. I like both sides. Sometimes, or maybe half of the day I would like to spend on the beach. The other half I would like to go around and just visit places, see whatever there is to see, try different foods, visit museums, meet people, so on. And yeah, I should say, when I travel, I would like to go to places where there's locals. There's a lot of like tourist traps and restaurants that just drive in a lot of tourists, and so you sit, for example, in Greece, and you're surrounded by people speaking English, and then I wonder like, why did I even come here if I can do that at home? So then I like to go to places that are filled with local folks and maybe learn a bit about the place and get the vibes as well. And yeah, it's all a much richer experience, at least in my perspective. And yeah, another thing that I like just to mention in these videos, and we mentioned it here before, just like 5 or 10 minutes ago, is trying to just stay as healthy as we can in certain ways. As we said, some jobs are more hazardous, like the firefighters, and then they are more detrimental or can be more detrimental to our health. So we then try and balance it out, hopefully getting enough sleep, getting some vitamins, minerals, all that, exercising, all of that is important. But also another thing that is equally as important is getting enough of socializing or social life experience and staying away from some other negative aspects, like maybe staying away from cigarettes or alcohol, things like that. That's something to avoid. But yeah, social life, very important, I would say, for everything in terms of your mental health, and then that can then be also connected with your physical health. So yeah, that's one aspect that I guess can be overlooked. Usually when we think of health, we just think of maybe exercising and food, but there's also sleep and yeah, socializing, being relaxed, happy, and all that. So yeah, hope you folks get enough of each of those elements, or as much as you can. We can't always have all of them checked, like those boxes, every day, but we can aspire or try to, at least. And once again, yeah, thank you for joining and for being part of this live chat here. Leave any question or any topic that you would like us to discuss, and we'll talk about it, discuss it in depth, or just briefly, however you like. And yeah, feel free. It's free. Sorry, I try not to moderate too much. If we're all just civilized and not rude to each other, then yeah, we can talk about anything really. So feel free to ask or leave your comment or your thoughts, and yeah, we'll push the discussion then further. One thing that I was gonna mention as well, as I'm standing here, usually I go out for a walk, but today I don't have that much time, so I just thought as this is a nice spot to use it for this live for about like 20-30 minutes. So yeah, hopefully it gets there's enough light, and hopefully the scenery, the background is decent. Sorry about that. A bit of a, not a cold, but bit of allergies from ambrosia, which grows somewhere here. And so yeah, that would explain my voice. So yeah, my apologies for that, and for the loud noise. The train just passed behind me, so it can get a bit loud sometimes. So yeah, my apologies for that. There we go. One more loud sound. So yeah, I was wondering, what do you folks do? Is it a job or study? What do you study if you're in school? And what do you like to do in your free time? So any kind of activities that you enjoy, you can leave them in the comments here. For example, when Uh, I keep talking about firefighters now because of our Greeley chat member. Um, Working in shifts, like firefighters do, like policemen do, can be quite difficult to organize your life when you have that. You have like a morning shift, day shift, and night shift, and you not well mostly you know when what shift is coming when and all that, but sometimes you don't know when you're going to be working, and then it's difficult to make plans and difficult to like have a good sleeping schedule because of those shifts and changes. So yeah, then um, it can be taxing overall, like on a longer time scale. Um, so watch out for that, folks. But also, I was wondering if that is the case, if you guys have shifts, how do you organize your life? What do you like to do? I could give an example of some people that I know that are either policemen or firemen that have these shifts, and some of the people that I work with in my company now also have shifts, and I had shifts before. So some of them just like to do some things that just give them more energy. So, for example, going for a walk or exercising sounds like, yeah, you get tired right after, but in long terms, you get more energy and you are dealing with those shifts and sleep changes much better if you are active. Others just tend to sit at home, watch TV, relax that way, but then they don't get maybe enough sleep or they don't get that balance out when they change shifts. So yeah, that then can be tricky. And yeah, once again, thank you for joining and for being part of our live. It was great talking with you folks. If anybody has any additional questions, we can continue the talk. If not, we can end it here and we'll be back next time. I'll try, usually I have these lives, or I try to have them in over the weekend, so Saturday and Sunday. That's when I have free time, obviously, and that's when I do them. But today I had a bit of free time when I came home from work, and so I decided to turn the live on just a bit and see how you folks are doing, and answer some of your questions, and maybe ask you a few questions as well. So yeah, that was just my plan for now, for today. I didn't plan it long term, just an impulse decision, I guess. And yeah, I hope I answered your questions to your liking. Hope this chat was productive, and hope you folks could enjoy it. If, again, anybody has any questions, we'll wait for that. So I'll wait for maybe another minute. Just let me see what the time is. Now, yeah. So I guess we have a little bit more time, and after that I'll just have to go and do the rest of the things in my day. Where are you? Asks William Young. Thank you for joining, William, and for posing that question. Currently, I'm in the capital of Serbia, which is called Belgrade. Although I'm not in the city center, I'm not in downtown. This is more of an outskirts area, as you can see, because there's a lot of greenery. But yeah, so capital of Serbia. Sorry about the loud noise. There's a train in the background, so it can get a bit loud at the moment. Where are you folks from? I'm curious if we are. Is there a war around you? No, there's in this country and in the countries around Serbia, there are no conflicts of that scale. So there's no war. There's some unrest, like people are unhappy with the the system, the government, and so there's protests and things like that. But yeah, no conflict, no armed conflicts, no war anywhere near. Um, it's this is more like Eastern Europe or maybe Southeast. Are Americans welcome there? Yes. So the people here are friendly, usually. They're open, know English, can are willing to help and all that. Um, but the reason why I'm hesitating a little bit is there was conflict with America, like in the 90s, when there was bombing here. So some people just, in general, might not like Americans like that, but there's a lot of Serbians who live in America, and in general, Serbians go, if they can, they go to the States. So, like, Americans usually don't have problems here. I even have, um, actually, I think two, two or three people in my company that are from the States, and they also said like no, they had no issues like that. So yeah, that's a short answer. I'm from USA, Kentucky. Awesome. So yeah, when you say that here, people are gonna always first thing that pops into their heads would be Kentucky Fried Chicken. They would say KFC. So yeah, that would be one thing triggering in their minds, and you'd have one thing in common then to say. But yeah, great to have you here. Yum, yeah, yeah, definitely. Fried chicken is delicious. Although I have to say, I personally just try and eat like a healthy diet. Though I love fried chicken, and I had I yesterday or the day before. But anyway, recently I had some KFC, and yeah, it's tasty. There's no going around that. And things that, for example, if Americans would visit Serbia, they'd have a lot of things to see here in terms of like the culture is a bit different. People are quite talkative and kind of like more emotional than, for example, Germans. Germans are a bit colder or much more colder. Hey, bro, says Jumba. So, hello back. Thank you for joining. I'm from Turkey. You? I am from Serbia, so this is Serbia where I am now. And yeah, Turkey is quite close by. Just jump through a few countries and we can come to Turkey, or people from Turkey can come here. And yeah, people go to vacation in Turkey as well. Yeah, Serbia, that's correct. So yeah, I was saying for Americans and other people as well, it can be fun to be here in terms of food, the culture for a few days, and especially in like spring or summer. Winter is a bit bleak, especially in the city here. It's kind of gray. The air isn't that good, so maybe avoid winter. Um, and yeah, try hit like spring or summer. That's good, says bro, says Jumba. I don't know Serbia culture. Yeah. There's like some things that I could mention is people are quite talkative, friendly, willing to help. Um, they express emotions, and now it's so William asks if it's summer here now. No, now it's spring, and in spring the temperature is now, I think, well, I'm in a t-shirt and it's nice. If I wore anything more, it'd be too hot. So it's like 22 degrees Celsius at the moment. And summer gets way hotter. So summer can be really hot. Spring is nice, and autumn as well. Yeah, but winter can be quite cold, and as I said, yeah, not that good of air quality, and everything is kind of gray. But there's a lot of like coffee shops. Oh, sorry, Jumba says my Turkish friend is from Serbia. His mom from Serbia. I know in that. Okay, there you go. So you have some connections then with Serbia. Yeah, there's a lot of cafes, for example, when you go um, through the city any time of the day, basically. So morning, day, evening, even though it's a working day on Monday, any time of the day really, the coffee shops will be full of people. They'll be drinking coffee, and coffee is something they drink or we drink a lot of. And so yeah, you can definitely enjoy that. And there's a lot of coffee shops all around the city. Museums, they have it's a big long history here. And the food is a lot of meat, and there's a lot of like Turkish style food as well. I heard that Serbia's are tall, bro. Um, and William says we use 22 C or Celsius. I don't understand. We use Fahrenheit. Yeah. And Juba asks if it's true that Serbians are tall. Serbians are tall. Well, it depends on like perspective, I guess. Montenegrins, like there's a country called Montenegro that is right next to Serbia. They have the sea part. Um, they are quite tall. Serbians average like um, 180, 179 centimeters for males, for men. That's like the average height. So 180, 179. Thank you, bro, for explaining. Jumba says, you're most welcome, my friend. William, yeah, I can't do the calculation off the top of my head for how much that is in Fahrenheit, but yeah, it's just enough that you walk in now in a t-shirt and I'm in the shade. So if I was in the sun, I'd be getting a tan, and yeah, t-shirt and shorts would do. Not sandals though. That's a bit. We need a bit more heat for that, and that's of course. I'm I'm saying from my perspective, but yeah, when it's like 27 degrees, ah, there you go. You did the yeah, 182, 183. Are there gangs there? Okay, so uh, Jumba, just sorry, so I'll get to William and Jumba both. So Jumba says 182, 183. So is that your height, or is that the height that you average people in Turkey? But for Serbia, yeah, it's around 180. My height myself, I'm 183. So about the gangs, it's a great question and it's a bit complex. Um, so where to start? There are no gangs like so. Yes and no, uh, and I'll try and explain as best I can. So um, first off, when you are in the city, what I've seen from other people as well noticing is that there's going to be a lot of police every well, not everywhere, but in you'll just see them. They'll be maybe in their cars or patrolling around, going around for safety purposes, and that's just what they do. In some countries, there's like not that much police if it's not, or if the police is not needed. So that's one thing. There's gangs in terms of like people rooting for one team or another. So there's Red Star and there's Partizan here. Those are football clubs, soccer, soccer clubs, and they have a lot of fans, and so there's like groups of those fans that can be like hooligans, and so usually they don't cause problems like that, but they can cause problems when there's a derby going on or something. So there's a big game, there's a lot of them going to the game, and so you could see then a lot more police presence as well, and they would then fight amongst each other. They don't. Um, Usually they don't get involved with other people that are not in their vicinity. So the last time that happened was years ago. Um, and there's also some gangs, but that's like more political. So the political situation here is unstable. There should be some elections. We don't know when exactly. So when the elections are done, then I guess the situation will be more stable. Thank you for explaining. And are guns legal there? So not like in the U.S. You can have a firearm, but you need to go over a lot of um, like uh, red tape and stuff. So there's a lot of things that you need to do to be able to own a gun. But even then, even when you have a gun, you can't carry it. So it's not even concealed carry. Of course, no open carry. You can just have a weapon in your home if you have a license, but it's difficult to get the license. And even when you get that license, you need to renew it every, I don't know how much, but you need to renew it every now and then. So the people that you meet on the street, they don't have weapons unless it's the police or the army soldiers, but you don't see them. Do people hunt animals here? Great question, William, and they surely do. There are um, places where people can go hunting. There's not a like there's deer, like big game. There's some bears, but I think the bears are protected. Maybe there's a hunting season for them in one point, but there's mostly like rabbits. There's a lot of different types of birds here. A lot of them are also protected, but there's some that can be hunted. But yeah, so rabbits, some types of birds like pheasants, so on, um, and deer. That I know of that can be hunted. There's hunting, there's fishing, a lot of fishing. No, no. So William says, sorry for all the questions. I'm just interested. I'm happy to answer all of your questions, and I'm grateful for having this conversation, and I feel great just talking with you. So yeah, thank you very much for asking, and I also like to go in depth on things, and just but then I feel like I'm talking too much, so I try and explain things just as briefly as I can, but also give a little bit of details. William says, "Thanks, me too." Yeah, great. That's that's always fun, right? Yeah. And, when I think when you examine anything, really, if you want to examine it like seriously, then you need more context, you need details and all that. So yeah, it is fun. And for hunting, I would say if you are a hunter or a person who would like to go hunting, fishing, or just hiking, there's a lot of nature here to be explored, and not that dangerous. Just a few mountains have uh, bears and wolves as well, but yeah, that's and bears are not grizzlies, like not that big, but smaller. Oh, oh, and before I answer your question, William, sorry, just one more thing that I just remembered I should mention. They have here one mountain. I think it's the only one in Europe, but maybe even in the world, where you can see wild horses. So that's really like a great thing to experience. Seeing wild horses, they weren't tamed at any point. So William asks, have I ever been to the USA? And Americans are welcome there. I forgot if you answered that. Yeah. So I haven't been to the US before, and I would love to visit the States. There's so much things to see there, to explore, the national parks, the cities, Miami and New York, like the famous ones, but also the other states and Kentucky for the chicken and the nature and the culture. Like all of it, I would love to experience. And yeah, Americans are welcome here. Like you won't be having a problem for being an American here. It's just that one thing that I guess you should think of or not mention because the country was bombed uh, by US, by NATO in the 90s. It's just important not to uh, touch on that issue as in like that's a sensitive topic. Everything else, of course, um, is good or you're good. I know a lot of Americans here who are, for example, were just against the bombing and they say that, and of course people are grateful, and so yeah, it's just people here when they hear a few American names like Clinton because he was the president at a time when the country was bombed, then they get triggered. But yeah, we have wild horses here too. We have several deserts here and wild horses. That's awesome. Seeing them gallop through the desert like that and through the like open fields is a sight to see. I'm sure like from a movie. And yeah, I'd love to see that and experience that myself. Uh, I wasn't around then. Oh, yeah, of course. So that's good for you. So yeah, um, nothing then about that to worry about. It's just yeah. Um, I'm thinking now because I have some friends from Japan, for example, and Japan is very safe. I wasn't around 90s. Yeah, yeah. So no, no worries, no worries then. Yeah. Um, Japan, for example, is at night is safe. Here, you're safe as well, but there's a lot of people who drink. Like at night, they go out to parties, especially here in Belgrade. It's a party capital, and so a lot of nightclubs are open and all that. So there's uh, quite a few drunk people at night, at least. I did nothing to support any war. Yeah, there you go, William. So that's all people like. Even that topic doesn't come up. William hates war. Me too. That's. Uh, I think everybody should support that. So yeah, definitely say no to war. And that topic doesn't come up in conversation with people usually. Sorry, usually. But if it happens, if it does occur, then yeah, because you hate war, then people will very much appreciate that and will love you for it. So that's good, William. You're all good. Then. So yeah, yeah, really great thing to know, and I think yeah, I think you would enjoy it here. For a few days trying that food. As I said, I don't know if did I mention it. Anyway, there's a lot of meat in the food here, so the food is kind of calorie dense. A lot of different meats, a lot of like barbecuing. Um, there's vegetables as well, always, but mostly focused on meat and bread, and like there's a lot of bakeries, and there's baked goods with meat and so on. So yeah, that's the type of food to expect here, and a lot of um, cheese variations, really tasty. And I'm sorry to say, but I think I'll have to go now, especially since I see a hornet flying around. So I'll have to end the live for now. Thank you for talking with me. Gotta go. I subscribe. Thank you, William, very, very much. It was a pleasure talking with you as well. I usually have these things on the weekends, but anyway, when I have free time, I come on and have them as well. So, looking very much forward to talking with you again. Thank you so much for making this live what it was. Really fun to talk to, and we had a lot of different topics. So, thank you so much. See you next time, and all the best. Hope you have a wonderful day ahead of you. Take care.